All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to be covering how this clothing brand managed to generate over $10 million in a 12-month period. And I'll be going over the entire funnel from basically what they're promoting, how much traffic they're bringing to the website, alongside who they're targeting, what platforms they're using to target. I'll be also going through their ads, in particular, what's making them be able to generate the traffic successfully, alongside how they're going ahead and maximizing conversion on their website. And also, on top of that, I'll be also going through their email marketing strategy and how they're able to get people to come back and purchase. So make sure you watch this to the very end. And yeah, it may feel illegal what they're doing, but this will be something that you can go ahead and replicate for yourself and be able to scale past 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100K per month plus, right? So make sure to subscribe. And if you need help with your brand scaling to the next level, I've helped brands generate 385K in a 6-day period, 64K per month, 70K per month, and so on. Go ahead and click on the link in the description below, and you'll be able to book a call with me directly where we can go over a game plan and how we can go ahead and scale your brand, 3x your revenue, whatever your goals may be. So that's sort of what we can do. Now, in terms of this brand is Rich Apora. They are a clothing brand. They managed to generate $10 million basically in a 12-month period. And they sell clothing, right? So men's and women's fashion, which is a very good niche to go into. Very competitive, but it can be very good in order to meet demand. There's high demand, but there's also high supply. If you're able to differentiate yourself, you can generate a crap ton of money. So yeah, they basically do sort of essentials. They do knitwear, autumn wear, summer wear as well. And you can see here that they managed to generate around 60,000 monthly visitors per month. So that's quite a lot of visitors. And with that, you can expect to make at least 2x that in revenue. So as you can see here, they are increasing their budget and increasing the amount of people they bring to the site. And from July, we're at around 50,000. August around 40,000, and now that's getting up to 60,000 in time for the Q4 season, right? So that's what they want to do, as you can see, and you can imagine October and November will be upwards of 80,000, 100,000 because Black Friday is a very very lucrative period, and you definitely want to increase your traffic that's coming there, right? And in terms of the bounce rate, we can see 41%. So that's basically 40% of people who are bouncing away from the site after they visit one page. So they're leaving the site after viewing that. So this is sort of like moderate. It's not below average or above average. It's sort of in the middle. Ideally, you want this to be as low as possible, but it doesn't matter as much because you'll be retargeting these people, you'll be getting their emails and so on. So it's not too much of a big of a deal. And in terms of the pages per visitor, is around 4.27. So on average, each visitor is visiting 4 pages, which is very good because it means that they're interested in what the brand has to offer, and they're going ahead and basically getting them to stay on the site, which is something that you definitely want to do. And you can see here the average visitor duration correlates with that. We have 4 minutes on average that a visitor is staying on the site. So that's a very long time. They're browsing around, looking at the different products, looking at the different collections. And because of that, they're getting more acquainted with the brand. And as a result, they're more likely to purchase. So when we look at the geography, we can see here that they are targeting primarily the United States. And, that makes sense, right? They're a US brand. I believe they were founded in New York. So it makes sense to target your home country first. And then once you have a good market share, or you feel like you need to sort of unlock more scale, you can go ahead and target Canada, for example, and other countries. So that's the strategy they're implementing. I recommend that you do the same as well for your brand. And then in terms of the traffic sources, we can see here that they are targeting pretty much, they got search and then they got direct traffic. So, in terms of direct traffic, it's basically traffic that is coming directly to the site. For example, from the search bar, right? People are just typing in brand from search bar, but it also includes traffic from social and search. And if you have search, this basically includes organic and paid search. Most of it will be organic, but there also will be some paid. And then in terms of social, again, this is desktop data. So with mobile data, that usually accounts for 80% of the traffic. But with desktop is usually around 20%, so you can expect social to be very low because most people use social on their mobiles. So that is expected. And in terms of referrals, this is basically people who are coming from other sites which are referring them to richer poorer. So that gives you a breakdown of that. And yeah, in terms of the actual ads that they're running, we can see here they're running quite a few meta ads. And here are just example of 4 of them. We can see they use a lot of images. And with those images, have different models running the different products to appeal to different people. This one in particular is a DPA ad. So you can see here that they're just showing off the product that they have in stock. And that's going to obviously allow people to look at the different products. And from there, they can go straight to the product page and purchase. So it's kind of like Google Shopping, but on Meta, which is very powerful. And it's something that I recommend brands to run in 2025, 2026, and beyond. And in terms of this ad, you can see here, full prep in stock now, richer poorer. So very basic, but it gets the point across, especially with people who have very short attention spans. They need to be able to understand what you're offering very quickly, just like that. So you can see here that, yeah, for a limited time, our bestsellers are 20% off when you buy 3 or more. So they're trying to incentivize people to go ahead and buy more items. And with that, they're going to get a discount. So they have done a good job with that. And in terms of these other ads, you can see they're mixing up with UGC content. They're having a UGC creator create content with the products, wearing the different products. And you can see here that just gave away my lineup a little upgrade for the fall. Obsessed with these new styles. So you can see this is more informal talk. This is going to appeal to different audience, people who are like more authentic content, UGC style content. And with that, they're going to get another chunk of the audience that they're trying to target and bring them to the site. So my fall wardrobe staples. So they're basically trying to promote the new collection for the new season. This one, you can see this is all like a review ad. You see they have a lot of very diverse ads. They're not all the same or the same style. They mix it up very well, and that's going to allow them to generate a good amount of traffic and see which type of content is working the best, which ads are working the best, so they can go ahead and iterate and basically create more ads that can allow them to scale. So you can see here, for a limited time, our bestsellers are 20% off. So they're using the same copy, but you can see in terms of the reviews, you can see that they are using particular reviews that they got from verified customers. So as a brand, obviously, if you're doing good revenue, then you'll also have reviews, which you can go ahead and leverage in your ads. So I highly recommend that you do that. That's going to appeal to different people. You also showcasing social proof. That's going to allow more people to see your brand as more credible and as high quality, and that will incentivize them to at least go to the site and explore more about what you have to offer. So very powerful, and that's definitely something that I recommend that you do for your brand as well. And again, if you need help with your meta ads sort of aspect on how to try and maximize your return on investment and increase ad spend, because a lot of brands face issues of trying to scale with meta ads, then again, you can go ahead and book a call below, and we'll see if we can help. Now, in terms of the homepage, we can see once the traffic comes from the ads, they'll go to the homepage, and here they basically promoting their new season gift guide. So basically, what they're trying to do is they're trying to guide the visitors on what to choose for the new season. Because with clothing, you definitely want to go ahead and showcase its utility and not just the look, but you can combine that together, and that's going to appeal to buyers emotionally and also logically as well. So that's what they've gone and done here. So this is the hero image. As you can see, they have 2 models wearing different products. That's very powerful. And as you scroll down, they'll show more transitional pieces. This is where you want to showcase different products with different colors and so on. That's going to obviously appeal to different people. That's why they have a very long visitor duration, because people are staying on the site, they're looking at all the different products, and they're just exploring exactly what the brand has to offer. And the best way to do that is to show off the different colors, show off different products on the homepage. And then you got give the gift of comfort, right? And then you can see they separate by gender. So that's going to appeal to, obviously people who are of the same gender or who want to go ahead and maybe buy something for a partner or spouse or a friend and so on and so forth. So this is very smart because they're trying to segment people over here. And with that, they're going to be able to cater and tailor their needs, right? Then we have shop the feed. This is basically a basic feed where people can look at sort of the content that they've produced on Instagram and be able to see, from that perspective as well. And then after that, there's also a sign up to receive 15% off your first order. This is pretty standard. This is something that you want to do as well because you need to collect emails, because emails should account for 7% of the revenue in terms of email marketing. So you definitely need to get their emails. You don't necessarily need to get their date of birth, but the email is obviously what you want to get, and you want to incentivize them with a discount, 10, 15, 20% off. That's going to allow you to basically get a lot of emails. So that's what they've done on the homepage. And obviously, after they've viewed the homepage, you'll go to the collection page and the homepage and the product pages. So here you can see the product pages. On in this particular case, they have the model wearing the product, and from different angles. That's something that you want to do on a gray background, especially in fashion, even beauty as well. You want to have the product sort of on a clear background so people can see exactly what you're promoting, and from there you're going to be able to go ahead and they're going to get a good understanding of what you have to offer, how the product actually looks, so there's no confusion, and also get a feeling of the fit. So that's what they've done here. And here they've given a description of the product. They said 20% off, 3+ bestsellers. So they've obviously gone ahead and making you aware of the promotion here as well. Then they got reviews, a lot of reviews, 192 reviews, 4.5 stars. Very, very, very good. And that's going to obviously invoke a lot of social proof and increase conversion rates. After that, they have the size guide, model sizing, so you can't be confused with the sizing. Then we have product details, sort of like a summary of the product and basically the features. So you can see here, classic fit, rag and sleeves, triangle stitch at the neck, and so on and so forth, right? You definitely want to add this. You shouldn't be skipping this. You definitely want to educate your potential customer about what you have to, the materials, so the fit, all of those different things, so you can minimize the amount of returns that you're getting. And in terms of the add to cart, you can see this add to cart is above the fold right here. And the reason for that is because with that, they realize that they can maximize the add to cart rates by doing that. And, with that, you're basically going to go ahead and get more people to purchase because it's more accessible to them. It's more convenient for them to go ahead and click the add to cart button, and they don't have to go ahead and search it, right? Rule of thumb is that you want the add to cart button to be above the fold. So when people go ahead and click on the product page, they need to be able to see the add to cart button when they click on the product page, and it should be in sight, basically. So that's what I've done. And then in terms of the product recommendations, those you may also like, you should have that as well. And yeah, they've got different models, different products being promoted here. And then after that, we have the reviews. So you can see here they have 192 reviews. It's very helpful, and it showcasing all. It makes it very difficult for the potential customer to not go ahead and add the cart if they are interested in this product, because maybe if it in a situation that is a good fit for them, the reviews are just going to go ahead and validate that decision even further. So very, very powerful that you have reviews. Amazon have reviews, Macy's has reviews, everyone has reviews, all the big brands do. So you need to have reviews as well. And obviously that will help to increase your conversion rates. And again, to get reviews, all you need to do is send out emails to your potential customers. Obviously it's automated, where you ask those who have purchased already for a review on the product. And basically you send them to the review page on the product page, right? Or you send them to the product page where they can go ahead and put in a review, right? So very powerful, something that you want to do. After that, once people add to cart, they'll go ahead to the cart page, and you can see here, very simple. They do highlight that they do highlight whether or not you have met the free shipping threshold, right? So you want to have a free shipping threshold, for example, free shipping above $100, $50, or so on, right? That's going to allow people to go ahead and essentially go ahead and add more items to the cart, because a lot of the time the customers want free shipping. So they are incentivized to go ahead and do that by going ahead and adding more items to the cart. So it's very powerful. You can increase your average order value even further without, and you're going to have the same conversion rate as well. And, as a result, you'll be able to generate more ROAS, and from there, be able to scale more effectively. So very powerful. And obviously after they purchase, they'll go ahead and receive emails from the brand, which will obviously go ahead and try to get them back to the site and purchase again. So you can see in one of their emails saying holiday 25 gift guide. Okay, so if there's one thing we know is that comfort is the best gift. Tick off your holiday list with our super soft quality essentials that our loved ones wear time to time. Okay, so they've gone ahead and basically given an overview of what the email is about, and then obviously for that they've gone ahead and given suggestions on what products to buy and how to fit them together. So you can see here they've done that. We've got the model wearing the products. They have the models on the side, and then they've got a shop now button here where they go straight to the collection and product pages. And then they've done the same thing with more models and more styles and more combinations. And then as you can see, if you're looking for the perfect gift, RP Essentials work time to time. Overtime from the subway to the couch. So they're trying to appeal to the normal working individual, right? And obviously they're using language that they are able to understand and as well as empathize with their current situation. So that's what they've done here, and very powerful. And now you can see why they're able to bring people back to the site and get them to convert at a high rate and get people to stay on the site for over 4 minutes, right? As well as be able to generate a high amount of traffic and convert a good number of them. Okay, so yeah, that's sort of an overview, and that's how they're able to go ahead and generate $10 million in basically a 12-month period. So in order to go ahead and try and replicate this, obviously you can do this all by yourself and kind of understand, okay, I need to run meta ads, I need to go ahead and make sure that I have a very good website optimized for conversions, and I also need to have email marketing sort of dialed in. But a lot of the time, when most brands do it, they either don't have the time to do it or the expertise to do it. So obviously from here on in, all you need to do is take that initial step and basically try and work with somebody who already has achieved results that you're either aspiring to achieve. So for example, I've helped brands that generate $52,000 in a 1 month period with a 6.46x ROAS, $385,000 in a 6-day period, $179,000 in a basically 30-day period as well, so on and so forth, right? So again, if you need help with all of this, make sure you go ahead and click on the link below, and you'll be able to book a call where we'll go ahead and just talk more about if it can help. And again, it's not a sales call. At this point, whether or not this is a good fit, because you definitely need to have all of these different things applied. It's just a case of, going ahead and taking that initial step forward, really. And yeah, make sure to watch our other content. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.